Hard Kyber, high in fiber, thermal exhaust port to your colon.
The strongest stars have hearts of kyber.
You know, everyone's really great at making Star Wars.
With MakingStarWars.net.
Oh my God. I was muted the whole time. What the hell? You know, I do this show every single day, and that's never happened. I'm going to assume that there's volume now. I hope there's volume now. Is there still volume? Is there volume now? Can you hear me? I have no idea why it muted after all this time, but I was saying it's Disney Plus Day. It's Disney Plus Day. And Rob was so excited that he can't make it today. He got all tuckered out. He stayed up super late watching the Kenobi stuff, and he liked it so much that he couldn't sleep. And then he went to sleep too late. So anyways, yeah, I stayed up late last night. Went and got my new booster shot. The new booster shot. Went and got that. I was fine. I was cool. I didn't feel anything. I felt a little bit sleepy, but I was cool. Stayed up though, and I watched the like I said, the Kenobi behind the scenes thing. If you want to, I mean, it's worth watching. Like I said, it's like 1995 television stuff trying to sell you a ticket to something you've already bought. I don't quite understand. It's kind of a self suck, if you will, you know? And boy, can they suck their own dick though. They can do it. I really liked Kenobi, so I'm not really chastising it on that level. But you know, they'll play like a scene from A New Hope with like Deborah Chow, like looking like she doesn't know where she is. I'm like, where the fuck am I? Am I in a fucking movie theater right now? Where the fuck am I? Am I directing Kenobi the show? Oh, it was just like, why are you doing this? And you can tell you can tell by like hair and stuff that times don't even like add up. It's whatever. I enjoyed it though. Larry, you better be fucking joking, Larry. Larry, look at Larry. You can tell he's a joker. But anyways, yeah, so I watched it. I mean, like I said, it's worth watching. It's not like offensively horrible. It's just kind of like I don't think I learned anything from it. I don't think it really gave me anything. Unfortunately. I mean, it was nice seeing like the actors together, but that's so what, you know, kind of stuff for the most part. And then there was if you went and saw Rogue One last week, which by the way, before I forget, Rogue One's coming back out again. It's gonna play for a week. So if you want to see Rogue One, if you missed it, you could go see Rogue One still. You still have the time to see Rogue One before Andor, even though it kind of doesn't matter because it's before. But if you want to, you'd be able to for a week. And but they put out the whole TV spot, or not TV spot, but like the clip thing that they showed before most of the interview. There's a couple of differences in the edit. It focuses on music for a few seconds and plays a little bit of the music. All of that's on Disney Plus. It's like Andor Disney Plus Day first look, blah 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 thing. You could find it pretty easy. And yeah, Rick says Jaws is out, so go see Jaws. I still want to see Jaws. I do. Anyways, though, so you could basically see that, which you know, I mean, like it's not like I'm not like, you know, gonna go like full Karen, like I want to see the manager about it or anything. But it does kind of suck when they're like, you know, come to the theater to see this thing, and then they put it on Disney Plus a few days later. They're really weird about how they respect the exclusivity stuff. So in a way, for me, it's kind of a bummer because I had already seen it. You know, I already saw it theatrically, even, which was even cooler. But it was nice to see that clip, and the clip that's in it is the one where he's meeting Luthen, and they're he's gonna buy the box, and then that chain room, all those engines start falling. But you know, you could actually hear what they say really well. In the theater, I couldn't hear a fucking thing Luthen was saying. He was like, Andor, Andor, you know, killing myself. But anyways, so you know, totally worth watching that. That's cool, especially if you didn't make it out to the theater. So, hey Dale, how's it going, dude? Welcome. Thanks to everybody for liking the video. Hey Mike, how's it going? And thanks for being a channel member. And Larry, I got my eye on you, Larry. And but thanks everybody for being a channel member, liking the video and all that stuff. And yeah, but what a way. So what happens when I try to start a show at 9 a.m. though? It decides I'm gonna turn the sound off on them. That'll be fucking fun. There was a new Andor clip that we could watch real quick. Let's check it out. This is it's kind of funny in a weird way. I like the juxtaposition in this clip between where Andor's at and then kind of like how it's like the alternate K2SO in him in a weird way. Like maybe that's me reading into it, but check it out.
I'm not one of these losers gonna let you float until they forget how much you owe them.
You're here with him. To what? To threaten me? That you let him talk you into this?
The subject is money.
I just ask you a question.
What?
Since when do you take orders from Nurture?
Don't answer that.
So yeah, I like the clip. I mean, it's funny for what it is. Not super crazy about the whole right thing. You know, they're doing that whole English thing where they actually speak. Hey, Baymax, how's it going? You know, it would be kind of cooler if it was an alien language. You could infer a lot. You can infer what without actually saying it. And so I don't think it'll be as gratuitous as Kenobi, you know, with the, hey, you guys need to ride somewhere. You know, I don't think they'll go that far in Andor, but they might. You never know. So there was some big Acolyte news that just broke. And here we have it. If you've seen Squid Game, pretty cool news. You know what I mean? Squid Game's Lee Jung-jae lands male lead in Star Wars series The Acolyte from Leslie Headland and Lucasfilm. Boy, that's a title. So this is Deadline reporting it from Justin Kroll. Exclusive. The eve of his potential historic night at the Emmys, Squid Game star Lee Jung-jae looks to have found his first major, is it Jai or Jay? I don't know. Found his first major studio role following the breakout in a property more popular than the Netflix global phenomenon. Sources tell Deadline that Lee has landed the male lead in the new Disney Plus Star Wars series, The Acolyte from Lucasfilm. So really quickly, the male lead, what does that mean? Because, you know, he's not exactly an old man, not exactly a spring chicken either, though, you know. So it's kind of like, what's his age supposed to be? You know, like, I don't know. But if we go by what those cats were saying, by Ahsoka and Naruto were saying a few weeks ago, which, by the way, probably on, but always leave it open to that stuff was concept art based heavily, and maybe some of it's not necessarily accurate. you know. But they said the Sith Lord was played by a white guy, or was going to be played by a white guy. Did they say that because the concept art had a white guy? You know what I mean? The Sith Lord Paul. Also worth considering is that she's supposed to live, the main character, the Amandla Stenberg's character, is supposed to live with her grandfather, who was they hadn't cast yet, and they were looking for an African American or dark skinned man. Anyways, what they were saying, but it's worth noting that it wouldn't be too hard for her to say, it's not her biological grandfather. Her parents were killed, and this guy in the village has been taking care of her and her sister. Like, it could easily go that way. So he could be that, or hear me, I mean, not trying to convince you of it, or what if that breakdown stuff was outdated or inaccurate in some way, and it's actually like a lead role. I mean, there is the best friend role that was supposed to be a CGI character. I don't know if you get the Squid Game guy to play a CGI character, right? I mean, that kind of doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. I could be wrong, but it doesn't really I don't think they would do that. So I'm going to say no. I mean, just my assessment. So Amandla Steinberg is set for the other lead role. So they're actually calling it like 2 lead roles. But once again, is that, not to call the author sexist, but is that Hollywood's sort of sexist view of there's always a male and a female lead because there must be one for each? Because like the breakdown that we heard before, I wouldn't really say it was really going that way, but whatever. Amandla Steinberg is set for the other lead role, with Deadline also recently breaking news that Jodie Smith Turner will also be joining the cast. Leslie Headland, shut the fuck up, computer. I don't want to answer that. Anyways, Leslie Headland is tapped as a series director, writer, executive producer, and showrunner. Headland has been very hands-on with Lucasfilm execs, including Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy, in putting together an A-list diversified ensemble with Steinberg, Smith, Turner, and now Lee. It looks to be headed in that direction. The Acolyte is a mystery thriller, and that's like the other thing. What we heard about the show from Ahsoka's and Naruto, it sounded a lot more like Squid Game in certain ways, right? I mean, I don't know. It's not like where the fuck am I? But it was like a contest. So there is that kind of connection. But as a mystery thriller that will take viewers into a galaxy of shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic era. That's pretty much copy and pasted from the press release. Disney Plus is a series announced in December 2020. In the real universe of Star Wars, an Acolyte can refer to and we've heard this before too. We heard this yesterday in the other article. A little bit of, maybe it's self-plagiarism. I don't know who wrote what. Even with how high anticipated the new series, landing Lee for the series is quite the victory for Lucasfilm. I agree. I'm excited about that. I like him. And Headland, seeing how every studio and streamer was looking into business with Squid Game breakout star, so everybody wanted that guy, and now they got him. So that's neat. I like I said, I like the guy. I mean, I think without him, Squid Game isn't really what it is. I mean, the guy's a fuck up, but he's interesting. He's easy to get like compassion for and stuff. But if he's that grandfather role, it doesn't. He's like 2-3 episodes in and out, and then could that guy play a Sith Lord or whatever? I'm sure he could, but we'll have to see how this all plays out. I mean, he could be the Jedi who comes with the Padawan and stuff too. But once again, we know like 5 roles when there's probably like 45 roles, for those first couple of episodes. Interesting that I'm joking about 45, by the way, in case anybody doesn't get that. Brett says, interesting that both leads were in stories about deadly games. Yeah, they definitely are not typecasting, but genre casting for this one. That's what I find, interesting but fun about it. And so if you guys have any thoughts, just let me know here. But yeah, we got the Kenobi doc. Not really a lot to talk about on that stuff. There was a rumor that we were going to get Tales of the Jedi today, and That doesn't appear to be happening. I think it probably would have happened last night at midnight if it was. But we got D23 this weekend. I'm preparing for that. I need to go pick up my badge today and stuff. So I plan to hit that up. That way, when I do the show on Saturday about what happened, I could give you guys firsthand analysis and takes. That way, when people start giving misinfo or, like for instance, when the Rogue One clip, before Rogue One, when they showed the Andor clip, there were people saying that if they showed Cassian's father being executed. No, they talked about it. They talked about him being executed in the town square or whatever. And so I'll be able to give you the firsthand account of that stuff if everything goes smoothly. So Arya says 3 roles showed, and these 3 are already top stars. Yeah, they're going for a quality cast, and I got no problem with that. It's a quality cast, but I wouldn't say that it's an overexposed cast. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, oh God, that person again, and I will associate that guy with Squid Game, but Squid Game is so outside the box in certain ways. It's like is it from Korea? I can't remember where it's from, but yeah, amazing show, super fun. I liked it, so I'm happy to see that guy coming over here. But all right, well, wait, what does I have to say, dude? Andor music played during special look, and it sounds 1,000 times better than the Kenobi music. Yeah, it definitely has had more time to gestate. They started writing it before, you know what I mean? Yeah, there was the orchestra, and which Kenobi had too. Kenobi had some orchestral stuff. So, and that show will probably still be a mixture of the two, I would imagine. You know what I mean? So, but they're supposed to have like a link at d23expo.com/live, and that's where you'll be able to like see some stuff from D23 as it's happening. But the thing to prepare yourself for is, if you're watching it, like if they go to show the Mando season 3 trailer, they may black it out and not let it go forward. And oh yeah, we also had finally had the fucking Bad Batch release date hit. It's like January 4th, I want to say. It's January. So it's not coming this year. So that shit has been pushed back into next year. So, which is what I was expecting, to be honest with you, because I knew that when they were pushing Tales of the Jedi so hard, it was like, I don't know how they're gonna do both of those. I didn't expect so many behind the scenes shots from Andor though. It looks so good. Yeah, there's a lot of like really small moments that are dispersed through it. Like, and we see that the blonde lady who we see sneaking around in the trailers, the rebel blonde lady, we see her like with Mon Mothma saying like, we're ready to get down to business. So come hang out with us, Mon Mothma. So that stuff was cool, but it was all just so bunch of miniature new stuff added in, just a slight variant, polished added to that or whatever. So yep, they are. It's like I said, it's going to be at d23expo.com/live is where they're going to be doing a bunch of it. So all right, peoples, I got to go pick up my badge for D23. That was the news for the day so far. After I get the badge, I will come back and do another show if there's any news that should hit. I expect most of the news to really come from Saturday, that Saturday morning panel. That's where the big news is going to happen. So, but we'll say all in all, this year's Disney Plus Day was better than last year's, but also, it's kind of a so what. Hey, Santa, how's it going, dude? Those Australian websites are sketchy. I think I'll hold off on putting that date on my calendar until that gets a bit more substantiation. Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, it's like an RSS feed based site that tracks all of the dates and stuff on the Disney websites, but anyways, and then Santa, if you end up being free this weekend, I will hit you up after that show if you're around, and I'll send you the invite link if you want to talk about what happened. But if you're not, I understand, a lot of stuff going on. Hopefully next week I'll be back with Santa on Tuesday to talk about Star Wars. And yeah, oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, Luthen saying bastard is going to be a meme. Yeah, Luthen saying bastard. I was like, is that the first time we've ever heard somebody say bastard in Star Wars? And I kind of think that's probably true. It probably is. It didn't. I started rewatching Game of Thrones, so it didn't immediately like stand out to me. Like I went from watching like Game of Thrones to that, and I was like, oh, oh yeah, that this is a different show. But yeah, so all right, guys, everyone be cool. Sorry about the no sound at the start. I have no idea why it did that. Why would you do that to me? That makes no sense, but whatever. All right, everyone, I'll see you guys later. Be cool, stay in school.
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go.
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go.
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go.
You know you should go.
Come on, let's go.
It's not about spaceships.